Hello, this is Manny, and this is my fourth lesson of this Umbraco 9 Mano Mano basic template. Today we will be creating the document and data types. So we get started by firing up the installation we created last lesson. Right, now .NET run. Right, we copy this URL and come here, paste it. This should take us to the front empty page, which this is the correct page. The information. Now we go to Umbraco and log in. Password is, there you go. Save. Right, so we have an empty installation. We come to the settings, and like I've explained in the previous lesson, where I show you this spreadsheet that I've created to help me build the document types and data types to create the modules and all the other content for this template. Right, so the first thing we need to create is the theme data type, which basically is a color picker with a bunch of colors, which we will be using in our general settings, and the modules for each type of content, such as text or split content or slider, and also for the navigation, coloring, and the footer. Right, so we need to create this first. So we go back to the installation, to the back office, and we need to create a folder. So just like in here, we've got a folder called theme. Right, so we come back here, go to data types, we open up, and then we just see all the data types that are available for us to use. We just create a folder and we call it custom, and we call this theme. Right, we create I'm just going to copy and paste from there. We call it theme colors, and we select the color picker. Then we just add a bunch of colors. Let's just go with this greeny blue kind of color. Select another. Let's go with this scheme. Right, I think this is the same color. '63, nope. Okay, right, so we've got all these colors, and we save. Brilliant. We've got our theme. Now we need to begin with, let's come back here. First to be created, we come to settings. Right, so we create a folder called settings in the document types. And we add a document type. Or here, let's give it an icon. We give this the name of general settings. Right. We're going to start with menus as the group, and main menu is the name of the property. And we use a URL, multi-URL picker. And then we create a menu footer. A footer property, and we use multi-URL picker as well. Right. Now we also create the website settings. So we create website settings, and we create another group, website settings, and website name. And we select the text box, text string, and that's it. So create website description. Let's copy this. Hopefully this will behave slightly better. And in here we select a text string as well. So then we go to the next. We will not use email or reCAPTCHA for this tutorial because at this stage I don't know how to implement an email form. So we just come back to theme color. So we will be selecting this the document type the data type we just created a minute ago. So come here and we created another group. We call it theme colors, and we select the main menu background color, and we select the theme. This is the theme that we created with those colors. Oh, there you are. And then we create the next property, a main menu color, and we just type theme to find it. Data type. And theme again. Footer menu background color. The footer menu color. And select. And the hover color of the menu. Right. And okay, this is a separate document. Right, we save. These are all the settings that we will need. So main menu, we could reorder this to be slightly different, so we can just select this. Website settings, we move that to the top. Menus, theme colors, and we save. Right. And we will need to create this in the settings, but at the moment we don't have the document type elements, which we will create in a moment. So let's go to compositions, and we need to create 3 folders: groups, singles, and element. So we come here, we create group. Is it group or groups? Let's delete this. I'm going to create groups because there's more than one group. Groups, singles, elements. Right. So we come back here. Let's work in the order they appear. So we work with the elements. So the only element we need is this. So we create another folder for the social media because we could in the future create other elements, and we just have some system to recognize easily where we are. Right, so we create a new element type and we create a user. It's an icon, and then we say social media. That's the so this is the name of the document type element. That would be the alias. This is the group. No, the group. Well, it is the group. And now we create the property, social media name, and we select a text box and also a social media URL. Text box, text string. Right, now we have an element. This is determined in here. If we change that, it will convert it into a normal document type, but we want this to be an element so that we can use it. We can create the document type for this, so we can create a nested content for so this is the nested content, which we will use the social media properties that we just created. So in here it will recognize if we had other elements, you need to select the correct one, because this is the only one. This is the one we select because it's the one we need, and immediately it selects the group also. So we will also put the first property, the social media names alias, which will be used to display the name of the social media. For example, if you type Facebook, that is what it will appear on the list of social media links in this case. Right, so we can go back to the settings and begin to use the social media data type. So we can come back to the document, see data types, settings, and social media is the group. And we create a new group, call it social media, and so the same name for the property name, so social media, and we look for the social media, and I put these initials that mean nested content, so as for me to find it as quickly and as easily as I can. So now we have the full settings, general settings, properties set. Right. Now we move on to, this has been done. We move to groups, if that is the next element. Yes, it is. And the next will be the document type called SEO element. Right, so we go to groups, element, we just SEO, and we call it actually SEO title. Select the text string, text SEO description. I believe the text area. And that's it. We could find a link for SEO. Let's see. We've used that this tool for settings. Let's use this for SEO, and we save. Right, the next group is the summary element. Let's create another element, a document type element. Let's select an icon. This is probably the most challenging part of creating document types, selecting the icon. Right, we give it a name of group, and I believe it's a summary, also the first property, and it's a text area. Select that. Now we create a media. Is it media picker? Yes. Media picker. Okay. So we save. Right, so we've got, in the element, we've got the social media. We've turned into a data type, which we used in the general settings. In the general settings, we have the website settings, such as the name and the description. A very simple way of creating a menu, and also a footer menu. The colors for our theme, you can add or remove any of these colors, so they're all the same colors, which makes us gives us a very consistent way of theming, as it were. And if you want to add or remove any colors, you have to come here and do that here, and on this only document. or document only. Right, now we begin to populate the singles. And in the singles, I've tried to order it in alphabetical order, just so that it's easier. Right, so let's begin by creating the background color element. The singles. Create if it says an element. Right, so let's see if we can find any icon that will help us. Okay. There's content. Call it content. And there's the background color. And we select the theme that we've created in the first place. Right. And we save that. So we will be creating a single document type element for each of these properties. So now we background image element. So now this is going to be an image. We select an icon. It's content. Let's copy the background image and type content. It will be a media picker. Right. The next one will be a link element. So this will be content, and we just call it link. We select the URL picker. Now, this is a multi-URL picker. We can change the name to a single URL picker, and we select the maximum to be 1 because we only want 1. Great. Save that. Now we've got links. So this is an element that will have many links. Select an icon, content, links, URL picker, multi-URL picker. Just multi-URL picker. Okay. The overlay element. Let's just pick anything. This is not content. I don't believe it's settings. Made a mistake in there. And overlay. Okay, we select Boolean a true false option or data type. We need a photo element. Content. Photo. And it will be a media picker. Brilliant. Now we use photos element, so we can have more than one image. Media picker. We want multiple media picker. That's what we want. Select and save. Right. Next, subtitle color element. Let's just select the same display. Subtitle color. No, we need the theme. Save. Okay, we will revise this if there's a problem. Because it should be the same as this. Subtitle text color. Okay, we save that. Subtitle element, this is a text string. Just select a basic text for this. This is content. And we call it subtitle. Brilliant. Text color element. Yes, text content color. Then we select the theme. And that's it for this one. Text element. This content. Select the text. We select the rich text editor. The beauty of this system is that we can use very simple expressions or terms that will not conflict, and we can use them anywhere. So we select an icon that has to do with text. We just gotta be as brutally simple as we can. And another. The reason I'm doing this in this order is because it's just the alphabetical order, and it makes my life easier when I'm creating the element types. Display. This is settings, which we will be using in the settings rather than in the content, and that is why this is like that. So we need to title color. So paste this. Right. And finally, the title element. Because it's text, just use content, and I believe this is title. Brilliant. We've created all these document types or elements. We've created the settings. We need to create the pages. Right, so we come here and create another folder called pages. Right, and we will be creating the following pages. We create home, text page, news feed, and news item. We start with home. This is a document type, and it has a template, which you will see shortly. Because of the home page, we just select an icon that is very when we're going to do this, we are going to select some of the content that is going to be not repeated, but we select this content from the same element. So the properties will be the same, but the content will be different in each page. So we will be using the SEO and the summary. We haven't created the modules yet. So for the moment, we only select these two data types elements, and we save. So we've got the SEO and the summary. That's all for now. The next document type is text type or text page. We select some text. Oh, that's a good one. I'll keep doing this, making this error. SEO and summary, and save. Right. News feed. The news feed is going to contain, when rendered, all the news items. that we will be creating. So we'll see if there's any icon we can use for news. Well, we'll use the first one, and we use the same. We add those compositions. News item. So the news item, which we will use. Select the next one and use the same compositions. We will be adding more properties to this page, but we will do it in a minute. We're just creating the pages, as it were, right now, and that is it. Right, we will come back to this. So far we've added this to all the pages, including this one. So we will be adding these other properties shortly. Right, let's now let me just show you what happens when you create a document type with a template. It creates the home, newsfeed, news item, and text page. This, we probably didn't need to create this. I created this by mistake, which is not a problem. We will delete it. Right, and now we need to begin creating the block lists. So we just create another block lists, another folder, and if we come here, we have block lists. So let's create the first. We cannot create the first one because we have to start from the very bottom. So we create this third level block lists, which will be nested into this other, or some of them will be. The slider and the split content will be nested into these other block lists. So we first create this third level block list. So we just create, let's create folders to help us. Okay, first level, let's just quickly call it that. Second level, and third level. Right, so we want to create the third level, and let's find out the name. Right, so this is the document type name. Let's start with the very bottom one. Actually, let's start right here. So slide. This is one slide, and this is an element slide. Select an icon. Let's go with that, and we will inherit title, subtitle, photo, and link. So we come here, we title, subtitle, link, title, subtitle, photo, and link. Photo, element, and there it is. We've created one slide. Now we also need to create its settings, although currently these settings will be just dummies. In the future, if I or you want to add any other properties for your settings, that's, this is it will be ready for that. So we just give it the same. And for now, because we will not be adding anything to this, this is just a dummy, we just use the title settings and save it. That's it. Right, the next one is split photo. So this will be the split content module. One side will have an image, the other side will have some text. This is where the image is going to go. Picture, and we just select the title and one photo, because it will only have one photo, and we save. Let's just double check that that's what we needed. Yes, and now we create the settings for this. Again, we just use the title for now. The themes will be used in the second level. Right, the last one is the split text. This is going to go on the other side of the, well, on the right hand side of the split content. There's some text. Split text will have title, subtitle, and text. Is that correct? Title, subtitle, text, and a link, a button. Yeah, just one. And we save. Right. Now, in order to be able to use these in the next level, we need to convert this into block lists. Right, so in here, we will be using these three in the slider and the split text. So we need to create data types out of the elements we've created. So we come here and we've got, we need to create a folder called block lists in the data types inside a custom. Right, block lists. We create first level, second, second level, and we create in the second level the document types that we want to do. They are block lists. Right, so we create this one first, called slider, and we give it this name. Right, it's a block list. Now here's the magic. We come here, we select the block list. This is the slider, and then we just select slider. Now this is gonna collect the title, so this will be red, and in here we can select the settings for that specific block list element, and then we save. We create another block list and then give it the split photo name and add, oh, that's correct, split photo, title, Oh, we're not doing this. Split photo settings. I believe we forgot to create a split text. Oh, the text. Yeah, split text settings. We've forgotten that, or I've forgotten. Text and title. We also need to add a title to this. Oh yeah, it already has, so that's no problem. Here we are. Okay, so now we create one more block list, and this one is the split text block list. Split text. The alias, and now the settings. Right. I will stop now because I will do this in two parts. I didn't anticipate it was going to take me this long. And yeah, so we'll do the rest in the following video. Thank you so much for visiting. See you in the next video.